Hi, my name is Erik Indrasavda. I'm Product Manager for KVM and AV for Blackbox. In this presentation, we'll be looking at the analog sunset and the migration from analog to digital and how this affects KVM systems. The term KVM basically means keyboard, video, and mouse. KVM switching is used to gain access to multiple target computers from the same console. KVM extenders provide remote access to computers. And KVM multiviewers can be used to control multiple computers on one display. In addition to keyboard, video, and mouse, KVM systems can also support RS-232 audio and transparent USB signals. KVM technology enables sharing of resources and improving operations and connects users to multiple and often remote target devices. The analog sunset is a term used to describe the discontinued support for analog video signals. AMD, Dell, Intel, Lenovo, Samsung, and LG has all announced their intentions to discontinue all VGA support by 2015. This means that over the next years, computer sources and displays will no longer be available with VGA connectors, but will instead ship with new digital DVI, DisplayPort, or HDMI connectors. We'll now be looking at some of the problems related to analog KVM systems. Number one is compatibility. Since the old analog KVM systems don't support any of the newer digital video formats, this means that new computers with DisplayPort, HDMI, or DVI connectors won't be supported in these systems. The older KVM systems also usually have limited support for peripheral signals such as USB. The reason is that a lot of them are designed around PS2, which are older types of keyboard and mouse connectors. Video quality also suffers when doing extension. This can usually be seen as blurriness or skew in the picture and becomes more noticeable with increased distance or higher video resolutions. The resolutions are also limited on the analog KVM systems. Usually they're limited to a maximum of WUXGA, meaning 1920 by 1200 pixels. Newer resolutions such as 4K or dual link resolutions will not be supported. Most of these systems were also designed as fixed configurations, meaning it only had a limited number of ports and it would not be possible to exceed those number of ports. As an example, if you have a KVM switch supporting 2 users and 8 computers, and if you wanted to add a 9th computer, there was no easy way of doing that without swapping out the whole system. With the analog sunset, VGA sources and displays are getting increasingly hard to find. This has led to a significant decline in sales of analog KVM systems as well. Another challenge is that a lot of the older KVM systems are now facing a shortage of components. Critical components for older KVM switches that were designed 5 to 10 years ago are in a lot of cases no longer available. The inevitable fact is that analog KVM systems are going to be obsolete over the next years and will eventually no longer be supported. So if we look at digital KVM, which advantages do a digital system provide over an analog? Digital KVM will give you pixel-perfect images, where analog video extension will cause us loss of quality with increased distance. A digital extender won't have this effect. No blurry pictures, no color skew, regardless of the distance. The picture will look just as perfect on a 300-foot distance as if it were connected directly to the computer. It will also be possible to see higher levels of detail than ever. Digital KVM systems also support higher detail levels than ever. The new digital systems offer higher bandwidth, supporting increased color depth or higher resolutions. Dual-link DVI with up to resolutions of 2560 by 1600 will be supported, as well as 4K resolutions on HDMI or DisplayPort. The new digital systems also have increased flexibility over a lot of the older conventional analog systems. Some of the new digital modular matrices will allow a system to be expanded easily by adding on additional cards or I/O modules. And a digital IP-based system removes the boundaries from conventional KVM entirely by using conventional IP networks to switch and route KVM signals. Digital KVM will also give you increased efficiency. There's zero delay in switching from one computer to the next on a proprietary high-performance KVM system, and when using an IP-based system, there would be less than 1 second switching time. Some of the keys to a successful migration from analog to digital. It's crucial to understand which video interfaces are supported by the equipment you want to incorporate into the installation. Next, we will look at some of the key factors to a successful migration from an analog to a digital KVM systems. Understand which video interfaces are supported by the equipment you want to incorporate into the KVM installation. Older type of VGA sources can still be used, but you would need additional converters or a KVM system that supports analog as well as digital. Check the required distance and cable type from the computers to the users. Newer digital KVM systems can be used on either Cat-X cable or on fiber optic cable, or in some cases a combination. Verify the number of total endpoints. You have to figure out how many users and how many computers you'd like to have in the KVM setup. Also, how many of these users have dual head displays and how many are running on a single head computer. Also keep future expansions in mind. Make sure that you choose a KVM system that can grow with the business. Most of the newer digital KVM system can be expanded either by adding additional I/O cards or by choosing an IP-based system which has full flexibility. Black box KVM technology can help you improve efficiency and accuracy. It improves operability and creates a more efficient use of human resources. Support for instant switching technology allows for instant access to critical information at any time. Flexibility will be increased by supporting multiple video formats and cable types, copper as well as fiber. And a modular solution allows the system to grow with the user's needs. Reliability and safety is improved with redundancy and quick fallback solutions. And all systems are designed for uninterrupted 24/7 operations. Security and asset protection are important in a lot of environments. Backracking computers in a secure environments will help better protect assets. And user authentication and logging are in place to prevent data breaches. Next, we'll be looking at some specific high-performance KVM systems. The Agility is an IP-based switching and extension system. It's using Ethernet infrastructure to switch and extend HD video and KVM signals over a standard IP network. It's a very scalable solution. You can start with a small setup with a couple of transmitters and a couple of receivers, and it can easily be scaled to reach thousands of targets. It supports dual connectivity, both copper or fiber is supported and can be mixed. It supports dual head, high resolution display with up to dual link resolution of 2560 by 1600 pixels. It also supports Active Directory authentication. It's using a lossless compression to ensure the highest picture quality. Link aggregation or link redundancy is also available. Next out is the modular DKM platform. This is a scalable solution for switching for up to 288 ports per chassis. Multiple chassis can also be daisy changed to allow for access to over 4,000 ports per system. It supports instantaneous video switching within a single frame, meaning there is no delay switching from one computer to the next. It supports a lot of different video signals, such as SDI, VGA, HDMI, DVI, or DisplayPort, along with peripheral signals such as serial and USB, as well as audio. It's a high availability design with dual controller support and redundant power support. The DKM switching system also supports KVM extension. These extenders can also be used in a standalone application. DVI, DisplayPort, or VGA KVM signals can be extended along with serial audio and USB, depending on your application. Cat-X or fiber cable can be used. With fiber optic cable, distances of up to 10 kilometers can be reached. KVM extenders will help keep CPUs in remote locations secure from dirt, dust, noise, interference, or prying fingers. Some of the applications are command and control rooms in oil and gas, as well as media and broadcast applications. Next out is the Invisa PC, which is a virtual desktop extension product. It's an IP-based KVM system that's bridging traditional KVM with access to virtual machines' host CPUs. It's a zero-client, OS-independent solution with advanced dynamic compression for a rich desktop experience, even over the internet at lower speed. It also has a separate transmitter appliance that can be used to connect to traditional KVM applications. So you can be sitting at a receiver and choose to connect to either a virtual machine or to a transmitter for a traditional type application. The Manager appliance will support authentication for switched applications. Blackbox also offers free application engineering, 24/7 lifetime technical support, and has a no-hassle 45-day return. For more information, call 724-746-5500 or go to www.blackbox.com.